Okay, I'm live. Yep, I'm live. Hi YouTube, I'm Andrew. I run the moneymental.co.uk website dedicated to money and mental health. Today I'm doing something a bit different. It's a subscriber request. Wanted me to do a live broadcast of me cooking in the kitchen. So here I am in the kitchen about to cook my dinner. Hey Dr. Ian, how you doing? So yeah, this will literally be a bit of chat while I'm cooking my dinner and making that. People just want to see me make a culinary disaster, I think, but I'm an expert chef, I can assure you. This is going to be brilliant. So for tonight's meal, I've just literally got back from getting 2 points on Nick's quiz while shopping in Aldi, multitasking at its finest. I have got, for purchase today, I bought one of Aldi's finest steaks, a 21-day matured rump steak. Hey, Saffron reseller. Yeah, I'm doing a live cooking stream by subscriber request. So we've got steak, we've got chips. I was going to get some potatoes and make some chips from scratch, but I couldn't be bothered. And then no good steak goes without eggs, so I've got eggs for my steaks as well. So first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to cook the chips. So I'm going to get the oven tray, which is over here. I need to get new oven trays. These are in a bit of a state. And then I'm going to find my Star Wars themed scissors so I can cut the chips. And I'm now cutting the chips live on YouTube. Here we go. If you set fire to the place, you could always put, well, yeah. I'm not having any more floods. I've had enough of floods. My hotel room yesterday, I couldn't even find the, this is vegan vegetarian friendly. It is not, I'm afraid. It is proper rump steak from Aldi, so it's not like a vegan steak or anything. And you will not learn anything by watching this. You're literally just watching a man pull out some chips. Can I get that on the thing? Is that on the camera? There we go. Some chips are on a tray. Ultimate excitement here. This is what you subscribe for. This sort of action. Here we go. Now the chips are going in the oven. Let's see if I can turn the camera. Spot the oven. And there we go, the chips have been put in the oven. Stage one is complete. Well, on the live chat yet. I have got, I think I've run out of butter. I'll just go and check if I got any butter. Yeah, I've run out of butter. Can like this stuff, this is olive spread, can that just be the same as butter? You know, can I fry my steak on it? Turn my lights down. There's no option to turn it down. There is on or off, I'm afraid. Cows eat grass. Surely that makes it vegetarian. I don't know. You're still going to get light, I'm afraid. Let me see. Hang on. It's now cooking in the dark with Andrew. Yeah, so the chips are on. I've got to prepare the steak next. Yeah, I presume I can use this olive spread to cook it in. I normally use butter, but I've run out. I need to put the chips in the freezer. Oh no, this is going wrong already. Oh dear. Oh, chips everywhere. Oh. Oh no. Unfortunately, none of you saw that. I've managed to drop the chips all over the floor, so I just had to pick them up. Culinary disasters everywhere. Don't even know what tandem chips were. They'll be fine. That's better without lights. My ex used to say that. I can't super chat anyway. I haven't got enough. YouTube don't allow it. But yeah, it would be like £1 or £2. It's fine anyway. They're cooking now. Now I've got to work out how to do this steak using Aldi's pre-prepared instructions. Directions for use: add a little oil to pan and heat over a high setting. Add steak and sear on all sides for 1 minute. Yeah, I don't have garlic butter. Do I look like a manager when I have garlic butter? I don't even know what garlic butter is. Add a little oil to a pan and heat over a high setting. Add steak in. Oh, I'll just chuck it in this frying pan. What's the worst that can happen? Right, where are we? So we've got the steak, which is now gone in the sink. Oh, yeah. Let's see if we can turn that a bit. Here we go. Frying pan. Fake butter. First, I need to beat it. I'm not saying it for a fight. All you need is garlic. Yes, I haven't got any garlic or butter. Anyway, we're using this Tesco's olive spread. So, you know, that's what's happening. No knives. I found a knife. What releases the flavour? I don't have any garlic, so I can't do that. Right. Right. Why did he make these things so you can't get in them? Get the scissors out. Had some beer. Yeah, I'm not drinking today. I've had 2 days on the alcohol, so I'm avoiding drinking anything today because I'll just I want to wake up feeling okay tomorrow. I went out with Richard Payne on Monday night over in Birmingham. I think we met about 5 o'clock, and then all of a sudden just looked at the watch and it was 20 to 12. So we've been drinking for nearly 7 hours. So yeah, yesterday was pretty rough, and then I was out last night with my team and work for a team meal, and that was various glasses of wine and pints of cider and whatever else. Now left Wetherspoons just after midnight again, so that was, I think we started about 5 hours. So yeah, I'm definitely easing back today. I don't, how do you get this out? Maybe if I put a little hole here. There we go. Star Wars scissors there. Imperial. They've got little stormtroopers on them. I don't know if you can see that. Jamie Oliver's lettuce. So I can tell you what, right? Jamie Oliver is a lot fatter than me. It's boiled in the. It's not boiled in the bag. Kitchen without garlic. I do have garlic. It's just the powdered kind. It's not the. I can't really have fresh stuff because I'm working away all the time. So, you know, it's just wasting money. Or at least make a small snip in the side of the steak to stop it from sticking out. Normally when you give something a snip, it means that you can't have kids. Anyway, right, here's the steak. Here you go. Oh, hang on, I haven't put the stuff in the pan. That will work. What will work? You got to tell me because I can't keep up here. Carry on. Do you mean the garlic powder will work? Maybe I'll try that. Hang on, let me put this back here. Important food hygiene when touching meat or raw meat. Always wash your hands afterwards. So I'm now washing my hands using my Tesco antibacterial wash. It'd be great if Tesco would sponsor me for this video, but mind you, having said that, the meat's from Aldi, so I would be doing badly. Yeah, that's a 8-ounce steak that is tapped up there. I like the Aldi big Dabby steaks when they do those. They're okay. I've got nothing to. Oh no, I've got water on the screen. Hang on. That's better. Seems the smoke alarm batteries need changing. I don't have a smoke alarm here. I have a heat detector. Frank Spencer of the kitchen. How dare you? This is going fine. I've not killed any of myself yet. Right. Yes. Oh no! Stop dropping things. Here comes the butter. Go on, get in that pan. I'm just putting the butter in the pan. Rub the garlic powder over the steak, then rub the butter over it. Then, right, this is just getting too complex. I'm just going to bang it in. I'm not messing about here. Right, the butter is in the pan. I'll see if I can find my garlic powder. Bear with me 1 minute. It's too dark to find the garlic powder. Hey Dale City, welcome to Cooking with Andrew. I'm not ruining another steak. Right, okay. I've got with the chat. Right, I'm gonna put this butter stuff. You know, that's it. Hang on, that's enough, isn't it? I'm gonna put that through to like melt. As soon as that's what happens. I've got a light here. No, I haven't. Have I got a light here? I've got a light. There we go. Now the butter, fake butter, the olive spread is melting in the pan, waiting for the steak to join it. Tell you what, Jamie Oliver, he's got nothing on me. I could be a master chef. Hope you swept that floor. Everything you're cooking has been on it. That is true, actually. Got to have a steam cleaner. I'm upsetting your OCD. Well, you know, this is how professionals cook. Here we go. Come on. It's boiling now in the pan. Hopefully you can hear that. Yes, it is. I'm a professional and I'm cooking. Right. The steaks. Ah, no. I've broken the steak in two. I just dropped it, but it's fine. This is going in the pan now. So wash my hands again because I'm touching more meat. The pan is meant to be hot before adding the butter. Well, it doesn't matter. To be honest, Dale City, this is eating it early for me. I decided not to pack my eBay orders tonight until later. Right, there we go. I need, yes. I've got my all-important spatula. A professional civil servant. Right, let's have a look at this now. Here we go. might see if I can move you closer to the cooking area. Hang on, let's disconnect the laptop. Don't need cooking lesson. Whoa! Here we go. Yes! I cook one side. Just show you the pan. There's the pan. It's all cooking away nicely in the homemade oil. I just have a professional bleeder and blinker too. Right, hang on. Right, the chips haven't cooked yet, so we're good. Here comes the steak. Lisa Kerrin is like, well, unfortunately, she has a partner. Anyway, this is going well so far. I've not killed myself. Hang on, I do my hair. I really should. My George Ross hair gel has arrived in Wrexham, but it's been delivered to the Royal Mail sorting office. I know how to cook. I'm cooking the steak. The steak is cooking. Yeah? Look at this now, right? Hang on. Look at that. Look at that. The steak there is cooking. It's broken into 2 pieces, but it's still cooking. That'll be ready in a minute. I don't need teaching, I'm fine. It's not oil, it's butter. They're not massacring the steak. The steak is doing really well. It's going to be brilliant, this steak is. This will be the best steak ever. That's frying away now. I better look at the instructions to see what I'm doing. Right. Add steak, sear on all sides for 1 minute, lower heat to medium high and cook for 7 to 9 minutes, turning occasionally. Ensure product is thoroughly cooked. There's no onions. Onions are a crime against humanity. Onions are not allowed in my house. What have we got here? Doing not very well. I'm doing it very well, thank you. How does everyone like their steak? 7 to 9 minutes, yeah. Veg, probably still in the supermarket. I've got some eggs. Oh, chips. I've got chips, that's vegetables. The chips to have They carry on. You've been watching me eating the meal live on YouTube. Yes, there we go. The steak is cooking away now. Right. What's next? Nine minutes it will be show over. No, I don't have any mushrooms. I thought about getting some, but I couldn't be bothered. That's cooking away now, this steak, nicely. Be ready in a minute. We just need to check on the progress of the chips. I might just whack them up on the temperature a bit, because that's always a good plan. There we go. Right. I'd have to turn the light back on, I can't see anything. Right. Hang on. Let's have a look now. The chips are nearly ready. Just turn the steak. What have we got here? The next cooking live, you have to follow. I don't need to follow your instructions. This is going well. They had pepper sauce, but it was 95p, so I couldn't be bothered. What's a pudding? No pudding, don't do puddings. Did you beat your meat before frying? Yes, I did do that. I did. You saw me do it. I did it in front of the camera. It was like doing that. I even washed my hands afterwards. Yes, here we go. My steak is nearly ready now. Got to get the piece de la resistance ready for it as well. I'll turn off these lights now, they're annoying me. Here we go. Yeah, I did wash my hands. Right, where was I? Put the light back on there. Yeah, the piece de la resistance coming up. 10 British cage farmed eggs. Yeah, they are cage farmed. Courtesy of Aldi. Please get the meat. I can't repeat that one. I do at some point want to be monetized. Yes, the steak is ready now. There's no pudding, I'm afraid. So, free range or nothing. Throwing them out. We just bought them. Like, literally, like 10 minutes ago, while I was winning the quiz on Nick's channel. You know, first time ever that Stu Mansley has lost in a quiz to me. Those lights are the same shape as the Great Bear Star constellation, mostly because half the lights have gone out. I don't know how to replace them. I'm not very good at the DIY. I just sort of gradually hoping that they will last until I sell the house. Right, so that's cooking. The chips are nearly ready. Let's get the eggs on. I need a plate. One in there. Hang on. Oh, there we go. Some fine Moroccan china there. Moroccan style. I've never been to Morocco. Although my sister has. There we go. Right, the steak is now coming off. Thank you, steak. You are cooked. Now we get the eggs on. Here we go. Let's see if I can get. How many eggs do you reckon I should go for? 2? I'm going to go for 2. 1 egg. You should make this a weekly thing and set up your camera on a tripod. Yeah, that is the plan. Cooking with Andrew every week. Do you think we should phone for the ambulance, you know? Excuse me, this is brilliant. This is the best steak ever. Right, you wait until I cook strong roast spaghetti next week, right? I've cracked the side of the egg. That's going on the pan now. Why is it not frying straight away? Oh, I need to turn the heat off. There we go. Whack that on full heat. Get the next egg. Back on the side of the pan. There we go. In it goes. Next week I suggest salad. Those who thinks, and I don't ever do salad. Those who thinks Andrew should do another cooking live, but I tell him the ingredients and he cooks how I tell him to. I never do anything that anyone tells me to. I'm far too stubborn and independent. I'm just putting the eggshells in the bin. Hopefully you can hear the sound of the eggs frying now. There we go. Burgers, yeah, I do burgers from scratch. See, this is why I can cook. I'm cooking now. What do you think's happening? This is the cooking process live in action. Right. The eggs is doing. Takeaway next week? Nah, no takeaway. Twenty eBay listings, 12 Gumtree and Spock ads, 2 loads of washing, tea, and more photos. A disaster? It's not a disaster. Right, I'll check on the chips. Yes, the chips are ready. Slightly overcooked actually. So while those eggs are finishing, I'm going to find something that allows me to, here we go. Don't do this at home, kids. I'm going to remove the chips from the oven. This could be a dangerous moment. I don't do takeaways, Dale City. I'm a healthy man, as you can tell with my choice of diet. Here we go. Oh, I can feel the heat of the oven coming off. Ah, come on. Yes, there we go. Yes, the chips are cooked. See if I can get the chips on screen. There are the chips. I'm now putting them on the plate. Oh, whoa, should have done that. We nearly lost the eggs. Oh dear. Oh dear. Oh, this is hot. Oh, I'm burning. I'm burning. I'm burning. Not good. Right, come on. Off you get. Yes, there we go. Right, the chips are done. The eggs are fried. What have we got? Yes, I've read that. There's no disaster. Sponsored by Just Eat. I could be. The steak is not cremated. The steak is perfectly well done. The eggs are done. I'm just taking them out of the frying pan now. Actually, I might put a bit of salt and stuff on my steak first before I put the eggs on top of it. Bear with me, folks. Where's the salt? Where do I keep? Oh, there's salt. Here we go. Salt into the hand. There we are. Liberal application. Now some vinegar. Exactly, yeah, it is. Exactly, Dale City. You know, the ladies of YouTube land will be watching this now thinking, you know, that is the ideal husband for me because he can cook such a wonderful meal, you know, from scratch. You know, to be there now thinking, yes, he can cook me a steak anytime. We're going to put a bit more salt on. Yeah, exactly. Of course they will. Are the eggs stuck to the steak? They're not on the. I took the steak out of the pan before I cooked the eggs. Right, the eggs is now on top of the steak. I've done the vinegar, haven't I? I think I've done the vinegar. Now for the piece de resistance, the brown sauce. Where have I put the brown sauce? Oh, where's the brown sauce gone? Here we go. Brown sauce for the steak. Banging on your door any minute, and yeah, because there will be if they knew what it was. Actually, I'd be slightly concerned if they did because they'd have been in some way stalking me. Yes, and there we have it. The meal is finished. Who's ready for the big reveal? Who wants to see the perfect meal that I've just cooked? The sauce is already on top of there. Here we go. There, I don't know if you can see this. Let's try and get that there. Whoa, whoa, hold the camera. There is the meal. How good does that look? That's amazing. That is the greatest steak that I have cooked tonight. Whoa, keep walking over packaging materials. I'm going to put this down now on the sofa. When I grab my steak knife and my fork. I said fork then as well before anyone thinks any different. Yes, I've seen that, Dale City. Apparently we can do that as well, but yeah, eBay don't like it. that keep taking down the listings. I'm just going to get myself a drink for today. There's my mug. There's my milk. I'm having a drink of milk because milk is very good for your bones. Top tip there. Drink a glass of milk a day, keeps the doctor away. What have we got going on here? This is a great meal. There we go. I've had the milk. I've got a fork and a steak knife. I'm about to bite into the steak. Here we go, people. The moment of truth. I've just got to rearrange some stuff. Here we are. Right, we're on the sofa. Okay. Let's go for chip first. Okay, the chip. I've got milk pistachio right. Oh dear. Please, vegetables. Yeah, I do vegetables, but it's just not had the opportunity to do so. Our fridge is empty at the minute because I've been away all week. And I was away all last week. And next week I'm in Glasgow. Right, steak. Very nice. 3 days off work, food poisoning. No, it's lovely. The chips aren't fully cooked, but fortunately the meat and the eggs are perfect. Here we go. Boom. Absolutely, that is one of the best steaks that I have made, I'll say, in at least the last 24 hours. It's that good. What have we got? Let's catch up on the chat when I eat my steak. So not even 1p for your underpants. That's a shame. I think you've got to use the right keywords, maybe. I think that's the gay fetish scene that likes them. A pork pie keeps my doctor away. He's Jewish. What a terrible joke there, Rod. A terrible joke. I do not understand. I do not understand, right? There was no timing going on for the oven chips. Would I ever go and come down with me? Yeah, give it a try. There's that program on ITV 2 or 3 or whatever it is. You know, one of the rubbish ITV channels that I like to go on. What's it called? Oh, I've forgotten the name of it now. Date something, first dates or something like that. Where you know, some lucky person gets to go on 4 dates and have 4 different meals cooked for them. I could. Sink started making noise then. I could do that. No, it doesn't taste like chicken. It tastes like a finely cooked steak, like you would find in a top Michelin starred restaurant. Dinner date, that's the one, Chris. Spot on, mate. Spot on. Dinner date. Oh, I love it. It's a great program. All right, here we go. And it was not my stomach. It was simply something settling in the sink and knocking over some water out of the bowl. Well, here we go. Right, I finished my brew. Going to do some listing. All right, mate. Take care. Thanks for watching me eat. I cannot wait for Game of Thrones Steel City. But it's going to be amazing. It's just a shame it's the last season. It just got up. What day are we on? Wednesday. Well, I've missed your thing this morning because I was in a team meeting with my fellow team. I even had to give a presentation that I wrote during the course of the team meeting, and did a fine piece of acting as well, worthy of Shakespeare. Hang on, we're having a few issues here with the fork and the chips. Yeah, of course it is Thursday for you, isn't it? Of course, with the time difference. Yeah, Wednesday still here. What are we, 9:10 in the evening nearly? I deal with taxation, rather. I work for what was the I work for an executive agency of what was the Inland Revenue, and there's now a Majesty's Revenue and Customs. But it's mainly property taxation that I'm involved in. Although my job is to be a hatchet man and identify opportunities to make financial savings from the agency I work for. Was it 2-hour episodes? I didn't know that. So there's what? So that's going to be about. Oh yeah, it'll be as soon as they're released. I've got Now TV, so I'll just watch it live on the Now TV. A lot cheaper than Sky, even though it is Sky. So yeah, I'll be watching that. Supporting the evil Rupert Murdoch Corporation. So I'm staggered by how good this steak is. It just gets better and better. Yeah, I don't know. Career-wise, I've sort of reached the point now where I'm ready to move on and do something different with my life. Oh no, I've got steak juices down my shirt. Never mind. My aim is basically to become a full-time reseller. And sort of work for myself, because I do struggle working with others in terms of understanding and what's going on and whatever. And yeah, it's difficult to occupy a senior position. So yeah, I'm ready to take a package and move on. I've never heard of Derek Hatton, I'm afraid. Sorry, Rod. Tell me who he is. Who's Derek Hatton? I'm assuming he's not just a famous YouTuber like myself. Well, congratulations as well, Rod, by the way. I saw that your subscriber numbers have gone over another milestone as well, mate. If people aren't aware, Rod, that's Tommy Pickers, does have a YouTube channel. He does a daily talk at 9:30 on a Wednesday morning, a Wednesday waffle. He does other videos, that's some of his pickups, such like. Mostly seems to be storage units from what I've seen recently. But click the 3 dots next to Rod's name, you pick that up, Deal City as well. Got a good YouTube channel I regularly watch. Talks through his car boot hauls, eBay sales. Be doing some day in the life vlogs as well. Well worth a subscribe. I've been going through my viewing numbers as well. 90% of the people who view me are not subscribed. So people, if you're watching this and you've enjoyed the experience of watching a man cook a wonderful steak live on YouTube. Oh, sorry, yeah, of course, South London Reseller has a YouTube channel. She even occasionally remembers to do a video. So, if you really do have to hit the notification bell with South London Reseller when you get the when you will get the notification when that content comes up. A Liverpool councillor. He's not the one who went on to lead UKIP, is he? I can't describe how brilliant this steak is. It's a perfection. Really enjoying it. Thank you, Deal City. I have got 2 episodes of Come Thrift with me. It will be appearing soon, but I've got to film endings to them both. So at some point when I've got the space to do that, that will happen. Should be out in the next week or so. But there you go. There's a 300 anyway. Yeah, I was saying 90% of my viewers, according to YouTube, are people who've not subscribed. So if you're not subscribed, do subscribe. Hit the notification bell down below, and you'll see more quality content like this. Yeah, well, I'm thinking, to be honest, MasterChef, if you're watching this and you work for MasterChef, send through the invite. I'll be on there. So Hatton was a Liverpool councillor. So if he's only a councillor, how come he's sort of well known then? Because I don't really know. I couldn't even tell you who my councillors are, in Wrexham. Yeah, there you go, getting your subscriber numbers up. Generosity there in action. He was a rebel. Well, so he's a bit like me then. So I was telling my boss today in work, last night in the pub, that I am Maverick and he is the goose to my Maverick. So yeah, maybe there's a parallel there. I'm not sure very many other people tell their bosses that they're goose to their Maverick, but I certainly do. That was, of course, before I started working the magic. Well, trying to work the magic and failing. A champagne socialist. I've never been very good at politics. Here's a question for you, though. All this uncertainty that is going on around Brexit at the minute, do we feel that... Sorry, Rod, this obviously won't be relevant for yourself. No, I didn't say to my boss wanted to goose him. No, that would be inappropriate. No, I said that I was making a Top Gun reference. He was the goose to my Maverick. Yeah, no, do we reckon this Brexit uncertainty is hitting our salespeople? Because last week, all I got was 14 sales, which is really poor for me. But then this week, I've been away for 2 days, so the dispatch times have been up. I've had 18 sales so far already, so it's crazy. And I don't know, that's because the Brexit deadline is now being and gone, you know, the new April 7th one, and we don't seem to have left the EU. So people are sort of, the buyer confidence is going back up again, or what, I don't know. Yeah, because it just seems like we get close to a deadline, and you know, the sales go down when we get close to the deadline. Then the deadline passes and nothing happens, so they go back up again. Crazy. And yeah, I just want it to be over as well, Chris. To be honest, it's I've had enough of it now. Don't forget as well, people. Tomorrow night, 8 o'clock, live on this channel. Will not be a cooking show. It will be Monday Night Mental on a Thursday with a quiz. I think it was a very tough quiz last time. Kirstine, Stu Mandry, and Matt from pardon me, from Retro Reselling, all tied. And then I managed to disconnect my webcam during the tie break, so it all got a bit tense. But mentalist points will be on offer. It's nearly finished now. And that, ladies and gentlemen, that right there is how to cook and eat a steak. It is completely finished. Oh, it was lovely. I must admit, the first bite was not so good, but it got better as it went on. By the end of it, please scrape the plate. It goes in. It'll go in the dishwasher. It'll be fine. Yeah, that was a lovely, lovely steak. So, if you were unfamiliar with the techniques for cooking a steak with chips and eggs, hopefully this video has proved useful and educational to you and how to do that. Yeah, dishwasher, yeah. Latest technology in this house. Yep. I still have a dishwasher. It came with the house and it is the best thing ever. It's brilliant. You see me piles of tat in this video actually. So that's my dining room table over there. With the kitchen in the background. I have a 3-floor house. The ground floor is rented out. What's my favourite food? I would have to say homemade macaroni cheese, or I would say fish and chips straight from the chippy, from a decent chippy. Have I got any pickups to share with you? I haven't, but I can show you some of what's in the piles around me if that would be of interest to people. I have got, hang on, let me see if I can go portable with the webcam. Go portable. Here, that ancient Samsung monitor that you can see there is part of a computer that I got free. That is going to go for £80 to a retro gamer. I then got a Philco record player, so you're down there with the speakers. That's my parcel. That's my shipping scales there. That I picked up off eBay for a tenner. That should be worth about 100 quid. And I've got a CRT TV over there that's buried. That was free. That'll go 70 or 80 pounds to a retro gamer again. I'm making these retro gaming connections now. What else have we got knocking around? I think, something here that I forgot to show on my last haul. Yeah, no pudding, don't do pudding. I've got these children's snack sets from the gift shop, wherever it is. I picked them up purely because they're earthenware. So that to me says this is a good piece of vintage pottery. I haven't looked inside the box. I paid £2.50. There's none listed on eBay. How is it? Why do the charity shops have to steal stuff? Why can't they just leave it open? I mean, nobody's going to go into the charity shop and steal this. This makes me grumpy. Where's my keys? How's the unit going? Right, well, yes. So the unit is nearly full, and I've still got all this stuff here now that I've just brought downstairs to put in it. So I need to. What would I be surprised about, Rod? Sorry. So I need to. The next plan is actually to move into one of the units in the yard that is twice the size but less money, which also has 24-hour access, which is good for me. So I'll then finally get everything out of the house. Just do business. Oh, thieves and charity shops, yeah. Yeah, well, I guess they go everywhere, but I don't know, it just feels immoral to me that. Oh, here we go. So the reason that this was sealed is because it turns out that it has never been out of its packaging. So we've got here this little what do we call it? There's no brand on it, unfortunately, but this cup thing. Oh yeah, don't even remind me about that. Then we've got made in Japan, apparently. This, so I assume the cup goes on there. Yeah, it does. I'm going to watch me drop this now. Hang on. And then we've got. Oh, there's a bowl. So how come? Oh, that's for an egg to go on. Right. Okay. And then we've got this bowl. Yeah. They're definitely pre-made in China. So yeah, I'll have to mention that in the description. But yeah, it looks like, I don't know, actually there is a mark there, so it must have been used. Let's see, unless that's a mark from the storage. But yeah, I mean, that was £2.50. I have no idea what to price that at, to be honest. I might shoot for 25. Was it sort of a vintage piece, and see where we end up. I've got to work out how to put this back all in now. Right, so that goes in there. That goes on there. Where do you go? Do you just sort of go underneath? Let's just put you underneath. I don't normally do breakables. Have I tried Etsy? So on Etsy? No, I've never understood Etsy, to be honest. Can you have like a? Can you? I don't know. Is it? Can you list stuff for free there, or do you have to pay a listing fee? Do you have to have your own shop, or can you just be